All right, guys, so we're packing for USTE. I just wanted to show this little tip, I guess, I don't know, for taking micro RCs on the plane, making sure they don't get damaged, or at least helping prevent it some without adding a lot of weight, because apparently now they charge by the pound for some of the luggage and some of the companies. So you got to keep your weight as low as possible. So throwing a bunch of towels and clothes and stuff in your luggage to pad it that doesn't really need to be there is not ideal. So check this out. So we are literally putting our trucks in bubbles. This one we need to try to do something else with. I think we're going to, I don't know, we'll try to fill it up with a little bit more air. But you can see that it basically creates little bubble boys. And then you can use empty Ziplocs, these are just gallon bags, to help fill it. That way you've got nice filled luggage without having to fill it with a bunch of extra stuff. You know, I was like, I'll throw my pillow in there. I'm not taking, I don't usually take a pillow, so throw a blanket in there, throw some extra towels in there, but usually you don't bring towels and blankets, usually. So it's just extra weight, and this will help keep the weight down. Obviously use the clothes that you are bringing, right? This is a mess, but I'm just trying to figure stuff out. So anyway, I thought this was a cool little tip. Like I said, $5 for some Ziploc or whatever bags, and just helps fill it up. Also, don't fill them all the way. If you fill them all the way, when the airplane goes up in altitude, they expand and they'll pop. And then your stuff will get damaged when they unload it. So just fill them, you know, just enough, right? Just enough. And some of them are a pretty tight fit, so we've even just taken the bags. We couldn't really find anything bigger, at least not at the house. And we'll just stretch them, actually. These are actually pretty stretchy, so we'll kind of just pull at them and stretch them apart, just to try to make them a little bit longer so that we can fit some of the stuff. You can also take off your wheels and tires, or maybe take off your bumper, and that'll help give you a little bit extra space. Clearly, we take off the bodies. That helps a ton, so yeah. All right, so we're on our way to Florida. I think it's Wilmington, Florida, kind of North Florida. We're going to be going to USTE, the Ultimate Scale Truck Expo, and yeah, it should be a good time. We got all of our trucks packed. Bam, bam, and yeah, we're gonna check it out. It's our first time going. We're gonna be hanging out with some cool company, and we got 3Flow9 going with us. We're gonna be hanging out with Furatech and Hard Park Crawlers and some of those guys, so should be pretty awesome. Yeah, anyway, see you when we get there. You guys aren't supposed to see that.
A few moments later.
All right, landed in Orlando, and security has my hoodie. I left my hoodie at security. I guess it's karma for taking pictures of the X-ray machine. So we just spent 2 hours downstairs waiting for a rental car, 2.5 hours really. And they give us the ticket to go upstairs and get our car. And this is what we get. After 2.5 hours of downstairs, we get 3 to 4 more hours in here. So, I would never rent from Dollar Rental or Thrifty. I know it's Dollar and Thrifty. I didn't make the plans, but that's not the point. None of these people deserve this. This is absolutely insane. There's people that've been waiting up here for like two hours, and look at that freaking line. And it's not even moving. Insane, guys, insane.
More moments later.
All right, we're at the 3.5 hour mark, and we're getting one of these.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Apparently I lied. They're all gone now. So we're still waiting.
1,000,000 zillion jillion dillion cotillion times later.
We finally got it 4 hours later. So talk about brutal. It's like 5:30 in the morning. It was like an hour and 45-minute drive from Orlando to the house near the event. We're still 30 minutes away from the event. And we totally expected to be at the house by 2 at the latest. So many, you know, one really, but whatever. It is what it is. We're going to try to have an awesome day tomorrow. We're definitely going to be late. There's no way we're making it there at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. Just all of us are just tired. So we'll see how we do. We'll see you tomorrow morning. All right, guys, we're here at USTE. Look at all these sponsors. How crazy is that? We're representing FearTech today. It's actually kind of late. Because of our car issue last night, we didn't get it to our house until 5 a.m. to the house. And then, you know, bed later, whatever. So we were super late today. Today's Friday, but there's some awesome stuff. Check out this track.
Brent has been a huge supporter of this event, engineering and building bridges all over the property. He's responsible for the bridges on the 24th course as well.
I guess I'll edit that.
I was going smooth.
It's okay, you can just run over the FMS with your axial. Just kidding. Just kidding, FTX. So we were finally able to get our Defender out and just kind of drive around a little bit. We had somebody actually recognized it, and they asked if they could give it a spin, so we let them drive it around a little bit. But overall, the course was super cool. It was Scale. You want to drive it? Yep. Just go slow. I hope that next year they can do something, you know, a little bit bigger maybe. I mean, it was pretty popular, so I wouldn't be surprised. The rain gave us a little bit of mud, and it is what it is, but it was super fun. It was awesome to be able to spend, you know, we spent maybe a half hour total on the trail day one, so yeah, it was fun.
Oh, it's good again. There we go. Oh, come on.
Slow, you gotta go slow if you go too fast. Ah! Oh, tragedy.
Oh, okay. No, that's what. Man, there's a death on the trail.
So we just totally got rained out, so we're heading back to the house.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
You can almost reach the clouds.
All right, guys, day 2, USTE. We're gonna check it out. Check out that vintage Buggies.
When you hear the tone.
So these are like 30-year-old or older buggies. Vintage buggy racing.
do not forget to cut your laps. That's how we know who's in the lead. We're going to run. Guys are keeping it pretty clean.
You know, I really enjoyed seeing these guys out here running, and a lot of the guys that have these vintage buggies don't run them, so the guys that do bring them out and run them, it's just awesome. You know, they're not afraid to get them a little dirty. Some of these guys were running, I believe, the original electronics, you know, the old crystals and things of that nature. So I'm sure there were a lot of issues with that, but overall, it's just cool to see a 30 to 40-year-old RC car out there tearing up the dirt. Pretty awesome.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Jeez!
Good job. Well done.
Cool, dude. You make all that by yourself, or was that a toy?
So this little thing was so awesome. The guy said he was inspired because he was backing out of his garage and saw his RC car hanging on the wall, and he thought it was his lawnmower. He was like, what? And so he went ahead and got the parts and built up a little RC lawnmower. It was super popular. Everybody was checking it out every time I drove by.
So, we're on the drivers on it. Raise your hand. Giving me the win. This doesn't look fun at all. Look at these pretty cars. Yeah, that'll take an hour. These were both professionally sold out, I can tell, which is why it's building up. Yeah, we have professional years of meters with profession. All right. Gentlemen, in 5, 4, 3, 2, all right, we started. Oh, look out. I want to see it. One roll. Keep it up. You can't see. You can't see. Keep it going. Don't forget to just pull your laps. No, that's wrong. But yeah, half an hour getting around the track. These lap times are amazing. Who set up the chassis on these? My goodness. That guy was a genius. Oh! We lost job. I'd say you block, finish your lap, and we'll call it a day. start here by calling posts. Yes. Right behind me with the oh man. This is way too, oh my gosh. Keep it up, guys. Doing great. Really good. Oh man, we got a nice group in here. Keep it up. He's under hot on tail. Oh, and he just took the lead. Loose under wall. Seven. Six laps.
It's an oval.
And coming down, Grazinger for the win. Good job, guys.
There you go, he's in.
I saw you driving up. I knew exactly what was going on.
Now where? Oh, death.
Never fails, right? Go down.
Oh, that'll be cool.
And here we've got the famous 3Flow 939 Yoda. We were also cruising with the Cayman Beetle that we've got. That's ours. And coming up here in a second is going to be the Hard Park. It's got a crazy Hard Park bug. They have some awesome, huge wheels coming out. They're basically 1.8s for those sporty style comp rigs. But yeah, the 3Flow 9 Yoda is just, it looks so sick. It looked so good on the scale course. I mean, if you know his photos, it always looks good, but super honored to be driving around a little bit with the Yoda and the Hard Park comp crawler. Oh shit, I almost drove off the edge.
one of these doesn't belong. I'm just going to say that. I believe it to be me.
Action. Action.
Dude.
Action.
No, that's big. That's big. Oh, come on. What? Hey, yo, Luke. Oh, this. Rule.
So about halfway through the day, went and got some lunch, hung out at Bashin Park while we ate lunch in the grass, and saw some pretty cool stuff. There were some crazy things that happened that we didn't get on camera, unfortunately, but these guys were just no F's given. Yeah, like this guy here, he blew up his tire in midair, actually. So while he was up in the air, it just blew out his tires. He didn't care. He just kept running it. It's so wild. These guys they just go and go and go. And a lot of guys were able to land it really flat, but every once in a while you get somebody out there and they would just, lawn dart it. And we had an awesome RC construction crew. These guys were out there and they had actually demolished an entire scale house. So that was pretty cool. We showed up a little late, obviously, or I would have gotten more footage of the house, but it was neat how they worked together to try to just break it down and move parts out and stuff. So pretty cool. Definitely some intricate work there. A lot of servos on those guys. All right, guys, end of day 2. It was awesome. We're back at the house. We did trail number 1 which is like a maybe half hour with the 10 scales or the 6 scale Jimny. And then we also did a couple, you saw some of the small course with the SCX24s and the TRX4Ms and the FCXs and stuff. All the mini crawler stuff, the course is pretty cool. Hopefully today we get a ton more crawling in. Just a ton of networking and stuff. So it was a lot of talking to people, meeting new people for the first time. It was really awesome. And checking out all the new products that the vendors had just took up so much time. It was awesome. We do have some interviews coming, but those will be in a separate video. So keep an eye out for those. Anyway, let's see you tomorrow.
A few moments later.
All right, guys, we're at day 3. This is Sunday, and we're gonna go check out more stuff. So FMS just announced that they're going to be releasing First Blood and the High Roller in the monster trucks for the FCX24 platform. And we're going to do a little bit of monster truck racing right now. They don't have the new trucks out yet, but they said maybe the next month or two, the High Roller will be out. So, and you've already kind of seen that. It's been spoiled, so nothing new there. But First Blood will also be coming out, and I think that's going to be a red body as well, just with a different sticker package. So that'll be pretty cool.
Set, go.
Monster truck drag racing is happening right now at the FMS booth.
There you go.
Come on over and
Turn
take a
tight,
look.
back up.
If you'd like to drive in the 10 scale truck,
There you go, go,
side by side drag, we will have
Race. Oh no! Is anyone's race? Oh, it's gonna come down to the wire. Stand up.
So one of the cool things about the mini monster truck races that I really liked is they were pretty rapid fire. You really didn't affect your opponent in any way, so you couldn't get mad at your opponent because they hit you or knocked you off the track generally. And it was in a small space, so it's like really cool that you could set up a small space and have some real fun with this.
Whole shot from the blue truck. Oh, got trouble in the turn. Back up outside. White truck had 2 tires on. I'm not sure we'll count that. White truck back up.
Get all 4 tires
There you
on
go. White
that
truck
thing.
get on 4. Blue truck wins.
All right.
Good effort.
Also, you got to remember, these are completely stock trucks. You know, there's nothing done to them. So imagine if you were to end up going brushless or throwing some speed motors in there, man, they'd just tear it up.
Are you ready? All 4 tires on those jumps. Come on.
Drag racing and truck racing is going to be fantastic.
Come on. There you go.
Packed with events.
Full shot for the white truck concerned. Oh, it's anyone's race. It's anyone's inside.
Come on, get tight. Oh.
White truck with a whole shot. Here, get them all. There you go.
Remember, outside, then the rig. There you go. All right, now turn sharp. Now turn sharp. Hit the semi. Hit. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Drivers, are you ready?
Sure.
Even race.
Oh, all 4 tires on there.
Just finished.
Oh man, I drove so nice before.
There it is. Tighter.
All right, drivers, all 4 tires on the jumps, okay? Are you ready? Beep.
Whole shot for the blue truck. White truck's got a clean turn. Anyone's race.
Tight
White truck with a
turns.
nice
There goes
turn.
white
That's the
truck.
win for the
Oh.
white truck. What's your number? 111.
Tickets at the swag tent at registration.
Even race.
You can
Blue
drive in
slight
that
lead.
event.
Oh, come on. Oh, it's anyone's race. Blue got it for the win. All right.
Nice.
All right, he's a good driver.
All right, drivers, all 4 tires on the jumps. Are you ready?
Ready.
Beep.
Here's another turn.
Nice, we're coming around. Nice tight turn. Still anybody's race. Blue truck ekes it out.
You
3
have
jumps and then
registered to
the
be a
semi.
driver in the
World
Jack's
finals.
RC side by side.
Are you ready?
You will need to be
Start
at
for
the
both drivers.
track
White truck looks like he might have it.
in 15 minutes for the side-by-side drag from Jack's RC.
White
Get your
truck,
driver tickets
ex-winner.
right
All
now.
right, hold on. Kirby.
Get your driver tickets right now for the Jack's RC side-by-side.
It was also just awesome to see adults and kids running them together, and it was super awesome to see a younger guy win the whole event. There were probably about 15 little races, and he won it all, so that's pretty awesome. Also, there was some TRX4Ms and other type of trucks that people were building, so definitely a cool little setup to try to run on.
For Jack's RC side-by-side truck drag racing.
After the monster truck races, we ran over to the RC Supremacy booth to check out some of the mini drifters and 10 scale drifters. And I tell you what, they have some awesome stuff, all the atomics, all the name brands, you know, drift arts and whatnot. A ton of cool accessories. This car here was just amazing. The whole body, all the body work, tube work, everything. See all the cutouts. It was an awesome little rig there. Hopefully at some point we can get into the drift thing here. Using 1/28 scale, we're going to work a little bit with RC Supremacy and hopefully get something awesome in the works. So definitely stay tuned if you're into drift. I know we haven't had any drift stuff really on the channel, but we're going to do it with RC Supremacy.
All right, it was the last day. We had a ton of fun. I did way more networking than crawling, which really kind of sucks because I really wanted to crawl. We brought all this, look at all this stuff. Tons of rigs. And we went on one trail. Everything else was just business and crawling or talking, and it was all awesome. It was awesome. Made a lot of awesome new friends, contacts. We got some projects on the way, so that's gonna be super sweet. We just gotta repack everything so that we can get it all back into the luggage. So pretty cool.
Well, I'm back at home, and it was an exhausting trip, but amazing, awesome, tons of cool people. And like I said in the previous clip, it was just a ton of networking and meeting new people. And, you know, because I'm kind of new to that space, so it was awesome to just meet all the different manufacturers and just community members. And yeah, we handed out a bunch of stickers, had a couple people recognize us, which was awesome. And yeah, anyway, I thought you guys would like to see kind of what was going on. Hopefully next year when we go, we will do a lot more shooting. I actually had issues with my phone as well, so the battery just didn't seem to be hanging on. So the battery was dying and a bunch of mess. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the footage. If you are anywhere near Florida or you want to travel to the event, I would highly recommend all 3 days. Totally worth it. And yeah, they have a bunch of 10 scale trails. Like I said, we did one of the 10 scale trails. I used the 1/6 scale Jimny, which is basically a 10 scale. And then they had that little micro crawler course, and it was awesome. And I bet you next year it's going to be even bigger. So we ran a little bit on there, as you saw, but that was really all we were able to run. The rest, like I said, we were checking out booths and talking to people. We will have some more content on USTE where we did some interviews. We talked to RC Supremacy. We talked to Hard Park Crawlers and 3Flow9 RC. So that we'll have some little interviews kind of showing their wares and their booths. And yeah, so make sure you check that stuff out. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, do all those things you do at the end of the videos for the channels you like. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when those other USTE videos go up. I hope you guys comment down below. Why don't you put down below ultimate scale truck? It was more than trucks. Just put ultimate scale down there and let us know you watched the whole video. Do you want to see more of the event coverage stuff? Is that something that everybody wants to see? Maybe we'll try to make an effort to go to more of the events, and I think we're going to anyway. It was just too awesome to not check out some of the other stuff. But yeah, should we do more? Let me know. All right, guys, until next time, get out there, build something awesome, even if it's just a community or an event. It doesn't have to be an awesome car. I'm sure you've got plenty of those. Get out there and build something awesome, though. Crash and smash and bash them. Don't break the expensive parts.